Morning, good afternoon and good evening. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. In today's video I'm going to be making water changes in my 110 litre, my 60 litre and the big Cichlid 125 litre. I'll be dropping 40% of the water and I'll be using these supplements. Easy Balance. As soon as you drop the water, change the water, add this because it's very good for what the fish need. Stress Coat, because as soon as you make a water change or you add fish, they get stressed. Sometimes I use this one, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what it looks like half an hour after. Use Crystal Clear. This is to stop any cloudiness from appearing in the tank once the water's been changed. But again, I don't use it all the time. And in my new aquariums, because they're both heavily planted, I'm using Flourish Potassium. This helps the plants and the leaves stay green and healthier. So yeah, let's get this underway. Right now I've dropped the water level in the aquarium. I'm going to empty my media. I'm going to clean up the media that's inside the filter. I'm never going to use the tap water. I'm going to keep the beneficial bacteria in the tank that's in the filter to keep it circulating and keep the beneficial bacteria in the tank. It's important to do that for the health of the fish. If you use the tap water, you're taking that all away from the tank. You might as well take everything out and empty it. Keep the beneficial bacteria in the tank and in your filter. It's important that. Now that's the filter cleaned, I'm going to put some water back in. I've just done a little bit of replanting because I had a few plants that came to the top as I were emptying water. So, which isn't a problem, it takes me 2 minutes. So now let's get the water back in. Right, so there is easier methods than getting absolutely drenched to fill up your tank. I just prefer using the buckets because it's a lot quicker and it's a lot easier for me. Let's get the supplements in. For this one, I'm just going to use 1 cap full. Your measurements are on the bottle to the litre of the tank that you use. If I can get it open, it'd be brilliant. So one cup full of that goes in. I do tend to put it next to the filter so it can like make its way across the tank, which is absolutely fine thing to do. That rod worked, that one. 3 capfuls of Easy Balance. This is to condition the water, to make the water safe for the fish. Looks like flavoured penicillin, that yellow stuff that you have. There you go, get that a rinse through, spread that across tank. Lovely stuff. And that should do its thing. Might chuck an extra one in this side. This coat, I will be using 1.5 capfuls for this. Give the good bottle a shake. Unscrew the lid. This one's already open, so it's not that hard to do, this one. Always do it over the tank just in case it goes over, which is fine. You can add a little bit more. I'm not going to harm them. So that's 1.5 capfuls of that. And that is the 110 litre. Nice and clean. Might just have to go around the lid just to clean the lid up. So that's that one done. Let's move on to 60 litre. Right then, 60 litre. It does look a little bit darker because I've turned off the socket that the light is plugged into. On this one, again, dropping down the water, cleaning up the glass, changing clearing out the pump on this one. It's not a sump, it's a pump. So we take that out, give the sponge a good clean with the water that we take out from the tank again because it's essential to do that. Pop everything back in, raise the water, add in the chemicals that we need to add in. Let's do it. Right, that's the water level risen back up. I didn't bother recording it because it was only 1 bucket and it weren't worth the video time. So that's the water risen back up to full. Time to get in the easy balance, the stress coat, and the potassium. Again, the potassium, the last tank we use it on, because it's got a couple of live plants in. Make sure you give all your bottles a good shake, because I did that mistake on 110 litre, where I had to go around, replant a few plants and clean everything up. So it happens. It sometimes, when bottles being sat for a week, sometimes gets a little bit clumpy, but it's still good to use because it's a new bottle. You just have to get a very good shake. Right, that's the 110 litre done. That's a 60 litre done. Now time for the 125. This is first time you've seen all my tanks, by the way. But this one is a very messy tank. I did do it a week ago, if you won't believe it or not. They are messy fish. Again, we drop the water, clean the filter with the same water you take out of the tank. Again, keeps the beneficial bacteria, as we did with both other tanks. We clean the slate with wire brushes. It's an absolute gem, that wire brush. You'd be amazed how much comes off it. And then we clean the glass, clean the stones, clean the filter. We then raise the water back up and add our, where are they? Easy balance, your stress coat. We don't need the potassium one because there's no live plants in this. It's literally just a hardscape, even though it does look like it's got live plants in, but it hasn't. So, let's do this. Right, so that's a water level dropped. I've taken the slate out already. So I'm going to give that a quick clean up, and I'm going to clean the filter that's just behind me, which is also out of the tank, and then we'll do the glass. Not sure whether you saw or not, but in the video where I showed you the slate, all this was green. To be fair, I think our white brush has done a pretty good job, if you ask me. The camera don't really do it justice, but looks a lot better than what it did before. And that's all that's cleaned up. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, that's a glass cleaned, that's a filter clean, and that's a stones clean. I'm going to take a bit more water out of this tank because of how cloudy it looks after I've cleaned the glass. It's not a problem, I can be doing that because it's cichlids. Just a little bit more just to clean out that dirt, and then we'll fill it back up. Right, so as you can see, the tank is now full. I did use a tap water safe conditioner. I put it into the buckets and then the water into the buckets. So it's mixed evenly within the tank. Obviously, I shook the bottle quite well and it worked out a treat. All I need to add now is my stress coat from API, which I've used in both tanks as well as. Despite using it twice, always good to get a good shake before you use it again. Which obviously I just nearly made that mistake of putting it straight into the tank. Again, 15 millilitres is what we need in this one. Just like that. Easy as that. There we go, nice and clean. I think on my next change on this tank, I'm going to change the scape of it. Might get a bit more slate, a bit more rock before we do so. So yeah, that is all three of my aquariums all changed. Thank you for joining me. And I'll be seeing you in the next video. Goodbye. And happy Father's Day to everybody, don't forget. Happy Father's Day.